Hi, my name is Su-Chen Yang. Before I start this topic, I'd like to tell you a story about my grandpa. I was very close to my grandpa when I was young. When I was in the elementary school, he always rode his bike to pick me up from the school. Because I was his favorite granddaughter, he always bought me lots of toys. One day, he didn't come to pick me up from the school. My mom told me my grandpa had a stroke. Since then, he didn't bike his bike anymore. I really miss the time that riding a bike with my grandpa. When I grew up, I learned that my grandpa's stroke is caused by high blood pressure, known as hypertension. Hypertension is a medical condition in which constricted arterial blood vessels increase the resistance to blood flow, causing an increase in blood pressure against the vessel walls. Generally speaking, high blood pressures mean the pressure in your arterioles is higher than it should be. According to CDC, 1 in 3 adults in the United States has high blood pressure. Among these 75 million people, only half of them have their high blood pressure under control. Uncontrolled high blood pressure can lead to heart attack, stroke, heart failure, and other serious life conditions. This is why hypertension is a silent killer. The only way you know if you have a high blood pressure is to have your blood pressure test. According to American Heart Association, normal blood pressure is below 120/80. When you use a blood pressure monitor to check your blood pressure, it will give you a reading like the picture on the left of your slide. So you will see 3 numbers. The first one is systolic blood pressure, which is the first number you see. And the second number is the diastolic number, which is the second number. And the third one is your heart rate. As you can see, the screen on the right side is the blood pressure category that I took from American Heart Association. When you have your systolic blood pressure between 120/129, they call elevated blood pressure. If you have your systolic blood pressure between 130 to 139, you are at the stage 1 hypertension. If the systolic is greater than 140 or higher, you have stage 2 hypertension. If a person his blood pressure, systolic blood pressure is greater than 180, that person is actually in hypertensive crisis, meaning that he needs to be seen by the doctor as soon as possible to help this person with his blood pressure issue. Basically, there are 2 types of hypertension. The first one is called primary hypertension. That means chronic high blood pressure that is not related to other medical condition. And this is also the most well-known type of the high blood pressure. The second one is called secondary high blood pressure, which is associated with another medical condition such as chronic kidney disease or diabetes. So who is at risk? According to the study, researchers found that about 40% of African Americans in U.S. develop hypertension in comparison to 27% in white population. The main reason are African American response to blood pressure medication differently, and they are more sensitive to the salt, which would increase their blood pressure. Most of the time, high blood pressure has no obvious symptom to indicate that something is wrong. The best ways to prevent yourself are being aware of the risks and check your blood pressure constantly. Having possible symptom of hypertension, including dizziness, blurred vision, nausea, vomiting, flushing, and shortness of breath. Hypertension can be caused by genetic makeup and family history. Some of the environmental factors, such as lack of physical activity, some having stress all the time, and being obese, eating high sodium diet can also lead to hypertension. Also, some of pre-existing medical conditions such as chronic kidney disease, diabetes, or sleep apnea, those can lead to secondary hypertension. Uncontrolled blood pressure can lead to some serious complications. It may affect many parts of our body. For example, it may damage our brain by having stroke, impact our vision, cause heart attack, lead to chronic kidney failure, and impact our sex life. According to American Heart Association's hypertension guideline, there are 3 steps when treating a patient with high blood pressure. First of all, the doctor will suggest patient to make some lifestyle change, such as eating healthy, getting more exercise, and limit the alcohol or tobacco use, and reduce the stress factors. If lifestyle change is not working, the doctor will add the first-line blood pressure medication to the patient, such as diuretic medication, which will make a patient urinate more to lower down their blood pressure. If previous steps don't work, drug dosage and the drug type will be changed. More medication will be added to the patient, such as beta blockers or ACE inhibitors, until the patient's blood pressure is under control. So how do we prevent from having high blood pressure? As I mentioned earlier, lifestyle changing is very important, such as daily exercising, eating healthy, and managing your weight. Also, you want to make sure that you do regular checkup with your doctor. And education. You want to be aware of your blood pressure and where the number should be. Also, you want to understand your personal factor, engage in the community health awareness activity. For example, May is a National High Blood Pressure Education Month. You want to take this opportunity to participate this activity in the community, so you will have a better idea about what is high blood pressure and then how to become healthy. So what can I do if I have a high blood pressure? This slide actually is similar to my previous slide, but here I want you to remember 1 in 3 U.S. adults has a high blood pressure. So keeping your high blood pressure said that understanding your blood pressure number is the key to control high blood pressure. So how do you accurately measure your blood pressure is very important. Here are some couple things that I want to remind you when you check your blood pressure. The first thing is when you measure your blood pressure, you want to always make sure that you check your blood pressure at the same time every day. And then you don't smoke drink any caffeinated drink or exercise within 30 minutes before you check your blood pressure. And then you want to sit correctly, sit with your back straight with support. And then you want to raise your arm at the table at the same level of your heart. And also do not take the measurement of over your clothes. If you want to know more information about hypertension, you can find lots of support from American Heart Association and also from CDC's Hypertension Patient Education website. Here are the references that I use for this presentation. Please let me know if you have any question. Thank you.